Hi everybody, this is Violet Thorn from High Cards. I hope you're having a wonderful day. In today's video, I have a tier list for all the Pokemon introduced in the Generation 7 games, being Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. So let us begin. And before we go too far, we have S, A, B, C, and D for our tiers. Pretty self-explanatory, so let's go. The Ash Greninja, I think is a solid B. I've never really been the biggest fan of Greninja, but I think it is a good starter and a good alternate form, and very nice connections towards the anime. Rowlet is A, Dartrix is C, Decidueye is A. I like the Rowlet line. I used it in my first playthrough. I think it's quite alright. I don't really have any strong opinions on it. I want to say Gen 7 was the gen that really got me into Pokemon as a whole, so it does mean a lot to me, Rowlet, but I just don't have any strong attachment to it anymore because I've moved on to starters that I now prefer, like Pokemon that I have grown to like more. And such Pokemon would be Litten, Torracat, and Incineroar. In that order, I think Torracat is the best of the three in the evolutionary line. I'm not saying Incineroar is bad, I just think Torracat is an amazing middle Evo. Absolutely love it. Litten is just adorable, I love cats, Incineroar is amazing. Popplio, Brionne, and Primarina. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first Fairy type starter, and to me it's a disappointing one. Fairy is my favourite type in the game, and this is just disappointing for me. I think it's fine, but not as good as I would hope it to be. Pikipek, Trumbeak, and Toucannon, I've always thought have been amazing Route 1 birds, and Trumbeak can go at the start. I love it. I love everything about it. Its signature move. I have no problems with this Pokemon. None at all. Yungoos and Gumshoos, never particularly liked them. Not at all. Just, they're fine Route 1 Pokemon for what they are. I just don't have any strong opinions on them. Or like early Route Pokemon, however you'd like to discuss them. Alolan Rattata and Alolan Raticate, I've not been a big fan of these ones. Actually, I don't mind Rattata as much. But the Raticate isn't exactly my cup of tea. Alolan Raichu, I think I shiny hunted one of them. I don't really like it all too much, not gonna lie. I think it's fine, it's just not my cup of tea. And let's move on to the Charjabug line. So Grubbin, Charjabug, and Vikavolt. Don't know why, I just like Charjabug more. I think it's a fun Pokemon. I may be getting the names of the Evo mixed up, my apologies. I haven't actually ever used the Grubbin line at all. So I think that's Charjabug, but I wouldn't exactly remember, my apologies. Actually, I'll Google it real quickly. And yeah, that is Charjabug. Sorry about that. Alolan Meowth and Alolan Persian are my favourite Alolan forms. I want to say the Alolan Vulpix line is, but no, I've always loved these ones. Always love how sassy and their general design is. Alolan Grimer and Muk, I think they're okay, nothing special. Just think they're average enough. Crabrawler and Crabominable. Never liked either of these two. I just don't like them. Have no strong opinions on them. They're not bad Pokemon, I just don't like them. Alolan Diglett and Alolan Dugtrio. Yeah, they can go here. I'm not the biggest fan of them. Don't have any strong opinions on them. Oricorio. I don't remember the names of all their forms, so I'm just going to put them all in C and call it a day. I think they're fine. I like them. I like the gimmick with having multiple different forms. It's neat. And they're genuinely nicely designed Pokemon, so I'll give it that. The Cutiefly and Cutiefly's Evo. Ribombee. Oh, I like them both. They are adorable and have been wanting a shiny one for so long. Like its design. Rockruff. Rockruff. Lycanroc. Day. Day, Night, and Dusk. Okay, so never been the biggest fan of Rockruff. Don't know why. The night form, I used to like it a lot more than the day form, but now I like the day form more. And now I just think the dusk form is the best elements of both of the two we spoke prior. Wishy-Washy and Wishy-Washy School Form. Both of which are fine enough Pokemon. Haven't got any particularly strong opinions on either of them. I've never used them. I think they're okay. And that goes the same for Mareanie and Toxapex. I think they're fine, just never used them. Oh, Mudbray. Mudbray, my first ever shiny Pokemon, and I no longer have it. Don't know why, I must have traded it off, but I think it's a fine Pokemon, but I plan on hunting for a shiny one to make up for the one I lost. Dewpider and Araquanid, love the name, and just like the Pokemon, I think it's a fine Pokemon. Forgot what this one's called. One of them's called Fromantis. If it isn't obvious already, I've never used either of these two. I've just never liked their design, actually. I did recently get a shiny one in Scarlet and Violet, so I might be using that. Morlul and Shiinotic, I think is fine. I like how it is. I like its interpretation of the fairy type. Very much respect that. Salandit and Salazzle. Recently got a male shiny in Scarlet and Violet, and I already had a shiny female Salazzle already in one of my games. Though Salazzle can only be female. I think they're both fine. I don't have any strong opinions on them. Never used them. I think they're alright. Alola Marowak. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. All too much. No. I'm more or less contemplating putting in D. I'll leave it there for now, but I don't like it. Stuffle and Beware? Yeah, no, they're bad. I don't like them at all. I just don't like how basic Beware is, and Stuffle's just creepy in my eyes. Bounsweet, Steenie, and Serena. I very much like these Pokemon. I did shiny hunt Bounsweet and was successful, so I very much like it. I have no problems with the line. They're good Pokemon in my opinion. Comfey? Oh, I've always liked Comfey, I really have. And I wish it was in Scarlet and Violet. It would allow for more people to be able to experience what a lovely Pokemon it is. I've wanted a shiny one for a while, just never been able to, unfortunately. But regardless, I think it is a fine Pokemon. A very good one, actually. It's in my top fave of this gen. Oranguru and Passimian, they're both like version exclusive, so I'll put them together. Now, where did I put Oranguru? I can't see it. Oh, there. Yeah, I don't really have any strong opinions on either of them. I've never used them. I just know sometimes they can be a pain to get. So, actually, I like Passimian, don't like Oranguru. Wimpod and Golisopod, purely only there because their abilities are just annoying. The Pokemon is cool, but goodness gracious, their ability is so terrible. Sandygast and Palossand, I think they're fine. Once again, I just never used them. I didn't use a lot of the Gen 7 Pokemon. I put many hours into it, I just didn't use a whole different variety. I've now gone to the point where new games, I'll only ever use the new Pokemon in those games. If I want to use older Pokemon, I'll go back to those older games. Pyukumuku. Oh, yes, I think it is adorable. Don't know what it is, but I absolutely love it. Love it indeed. Titanol and Silvally. Actually, Silvally. I like Titanol, I do, but I like it getting when it becomes better, when it's evolved, and it looks so cool, Silvally does. And the whole RKS system ability, that's fun. Zygarde 10%. Zygarde complete. Actually, yeah, I really like the whole dog Zygarde form. And the 100% complete, yeah, that's fine, it's good. But I've always preferred just having 10 of these over one complete. Minior, I presume in its shell form, and Minior not in its shell. Actually, you can go up there as well. Actually, you can go there. I love Minior, absolutely love it, and deserves to be in more games in my opinion. And yeah, I love all the colours. I do have a shiny one, I believe. Komala. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't have any strong opinions on it. Just don't like it for whatever reason it may be. Turtonator. No, not really the biggest fan of it. Actually, yeah, it's gone on top of C. I'm not the biggest fan. Togedemaru, one of the worst Pikachu clones in my opinion. It just, it's bad in my opinion. Alolan Geodude, Alolan Graveler, and Alolan Golem. I don't really like any of them. Alolan Geodude is fine, but it quickly drops down from there in my opinion. You can just see, from my opinion, it just looks way too similar to a regular Golem, just with a cannon on it and a beard on it, and I don't like it. I really don't. Mimikyu. I'm not liking it as much as everyone else. I know it is a very popular one, but I don't like it all too much. I don't dislike it, I don't not like it, if that makes any sense. Bruxish? Yeah, it's going in C. It's not the best, but it ain't the worst. It can go top C because I don't think it is the worst of the C. Drampa is weird. Absolutely weird. Like, weird. I don't understand it at all. Alolan Sandshrew, never liked its design, and you're somewhat better. Yeah, I've never liked Alolan Sandshrews design. Alolan Sandslash is a tad bit better. It looks a little bit like Sonic, which I'm guessing might have been the inspiration. I'm not exactly sure, don't quote me on that. Alolan Vulpix is cute. Alolan Ninetales is elegant. And that's it, you know. Love the design. Have wanted a shiny one for a while, but regardless, I think it is a fine enough Pokemon. Both of them are lovely. Forgot what this one was called. But I've always thought it was a neat Pokemon. I've always liked its concept. Let's see. Alolan Executor. Yeah. There. It's not my favourite. The sheer concept of a lot of regional forms, I think, is better than what we got in the end. Because, I don't know, like, a lot of the regional forms are average enough, but I just think the idea is better than the execution, and this is a perfect example of it. I just don't... I can see what they're going for, like a palm tree Hawaii makes sense. I just don't like it all too much. The Jangmo line, I'm not gonna lie, I've always loved this line. Like, the first Hakamo I'm not the biggest fan of, but I've absolutely loved this line all the time. I think it is a fine line. Its shiny is phenomenal in my opinion. The pink is amazing. Pink is my favourite colour. Tapu Koko. Tapu Lele. Tapu Bulu. And Tapu Fini. I think I remember their names correctly. Yeah, they're good Pokemon. Tapu Fini is an absolute pain to catch with Aqua Ring, but regardless, other than that, I think it is a good Pokemon. And so are all of them. Tapu Bulu would be my least favourite of the four, but regardless, I think they're all quite fine and wonderful Pokemon in their own kind of regards. Cosmog, Cosmoem, Solgaleo, Lunala. Now this is a very drastic placement for this evolutionary line. Lunala is my favourite of the four. Cosmoem, I've absolutely always loved its design oh so very much. Like how mystical it is, I don't know, I just love it. Cosmog is... I just don't... I don't... Like, when the games first released, it was just the talk of the town. Like, everyone loved Cosmog, the meme about it in Lily's bag. I don't like Pokemon that are ridiculously popular, and it was ridiculously popular. So Gallia, I've hated its design from day one. I've always hated it. Ultra Beast, I've loved the concept of Ultra Beast ever since I heard of it. So A for Nihilego, A for Buzzwole, A for Pheromosa, A for Xurkitree, A for Celesteela, A for Hartana, A for Guzzlord, and we'll do Stakataka and Blacephalon. Oh, I love all of these. I love the concept of them. Like how in Ultra Sun and Moon you could go to their homeworlds and hunt more of them. Oh, I love Ultra Beast so much, and just the mystery and the lore building that they bring with them. And their designs and abilities and moves. Oh, it's so cool. Necrozma. Top of A. Duskmane Necrozma. Top of A. Dawn Wings Necrozma. S. This form of Necrozma. S. So I think Necrozma is an absolutely phenomenal Pokemon if you didn't realise already. Base Necrozma is my least favourite of all, but I'm not saying I don't like it. I absolutely love it, and this actually makes me like Solgaleo, which is a big surprise for me. Just all of these, the light just emanating from them is beautiful. It really is in game. I've loved every single one of these four Pokemon. Magina. There we go. My favourite of this generation. Absolutely love Magina. It is absolutely adorable. I don't have any problems with it. I love how you can get it from the QR code. Marshadow, I think it's okay. I did like its movie. I won't deny that. I thought it was a very fine movie indeed. Poipole and Naganadel goes quite nicely with the other Ultra Beasts. Same opinions on them. I love Ultra Beasts. I think these aren't as creatively inspired as the other Ultra Beasts, but I think they're fine regardless. Zeraora, I've always thought was sick. Yeah, Zeraora is sick. Its movie is one of my favorite Pokemon movies. Won't be my favorite because, well, my favorite is the Pokemon Volcanion and the Mechanical Marvel, I believe it's called. Meltan and Melmetal. Absolutely adorable Pokemon, nothing wrong with them, and they are everything I love about Pokemon. Just taking such odd concepts and bringing such an ingenious version of life to it, and I love everything about them. Love how they were introduced with the event in Pokemon Go, then brought to Let's Go. I love everything to do with them. And I completed a playthrough of both Sword and Shield using a Melmetal and a Meltan. Unevolved Meltan, I wanted to take it through to my champion team, and it's still in my PC on my Sword copy. I absolutely love everything about it. So that is my tier list. We'll quickly just go down it. This time, I want to say Gen 7 was a 55 to 45% good to bad ratio, as honestly, there's barely a noticeable difference in the good and the bad of this gen. I think there was a lot of misses in this gen, and yeah, there's a lot of good, but there really was a lot of misses. But this has been today's video. This is Violet from HiCards, and I do hope you have a fantabulous day. Bye!